Hi, I'm Michelle Schaefer from the North Market Pop Shop, and we're back for episode 34 of Pop of the Week. This week I have with me Dave Wilson. So Dave is one of my first customers. He came in, he was a customer before I had the shop, and then when I had it, he came in, and every time I got a new root beer, I had to have him come and try it. And he would bring his lovely daughters, and they basically brought squeezy cheese on hot dogs back.
Yeah.
They had that every time they came.
Responsible for that.
I think so, for sure. So, and he's gone through a lot of interesting changes during the time that I've had the shop, and so he's going to tell you a little bit about what he does now.
So currently, I'm a 19th century photographer. I own Victorian Photography Studio in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We're at 76 Steinway Avenue, right across from the Dobbin House in downtown. It's not hard to miss. We shoot 19th century photography using original camera lenses from the 1850s through 1870s. We shoot tin types and amber types on glass and tin plates. And the process is identical to the way that photography was shot 160 some years ago.
He's also found out different ways to take it on the road.
Right. I almost even brought the camera down this weekend, but didn't have room in the small car. We take our mobile darkroom out to festivals, to steampunk events, to Civil War reenactments, weddings. We do all kinds of stuff. We're very mobile. We can take the camera on the road, and as long as we have a source of water and light, we're good to go. All
right. Well, so as I said, Dave loves root beer, so this particular root beer is one of his favorites. Mm-hmm. He actually said it's good for pairing versus just sipping.
Right. So I got introduced to this root beer by a friend of mine, Justin, the former drummer of a Chicago band, Flatfoot 56. We both were big root beer fanatics. He has always been the biggest fan of this one and convinced me that this is the best root beer for pairing with food. And I've probably had 80 to 100 some root beers, and I would have to agree.
So this is the original Bulldog Rootbeer. It is around since 1997, and they talk a lot about using all natural ingredients, actually brewing the soda, which means that the ingredients are all gathered together, and they actually add something that gives it body. They add this maltodextrin. That's sort of the texture that you get, so you get that sort of smooth, creamy texture in it. So, and this has, of course, cute bulldogs on it, whose names are Barley and Hops, because that's what they should be.
Right.
And, all right, let's just give us a little sample.
Thank you.
It's not, overly bubbles.
Right.
All right, cheers.
Thank you.
Oh, that smells good.
Mm. So speaking of the smoothness and richness, there's a couple different kinds of root beers, and this one definitely falls in the draft style. So it's much more smooth, it's much softer, it doesn't have that bite, but it's got that really good, rich vanilla flavor.
Yeah, they called it a honey vanilla, and it really makes it smooth, as you said.
You can definitely get the honey notes that are in there as well as the vanilla.
And you can smell definitely smells just like,
And like most craft sodas, it's not so sharply carbonated. You get your, Cokes and Pepsis that are just over bubbly. They just
gotta keep
foamy.
that bubbles in.
Yeah, exactly. Most of your craft sodas that you run into are on the softer variety, and I definitely prefer that, and I know a lot of other people do too.
So, if you are a root beer fanatic, just like us, and this, as you said, it pairs with food, and it pairs even a little bit better, I think, with ice cream. I think
it pairs great with ice cream.
Oh, we should be with ice cream.
This would probably be my number one choice for a root beer float.
Exactly. So, come down and see us September 29th through October 5th, and you can get Unleash the Taste, the original Bulldog root beer at half price, and you can try it as a float or just bring it home to have with your burgers and such.
Definitely.
So anyways, come down and see us, 241 North Market Street in downtown Frederick.